Hi, everybody. It's Ann Patchett and Nemo Van Devender getting ready for Halloween. We found him. Actually, the people at Proverbs Animal Rescue Fostering found him, and then we got him from there. What a find, though. What a good boy. I think he's going to get a lot of biscuits when we go door to door in this outfit. And I wore my matching shirt with a fish theme. Okay, Louise Penny, thank you for writing another book that will sell millions of copies and help not only us, but bookstores all across the world. We love you. We also love Catherine Newman. We picked her last book, Sandwich, for our first edition's pick. This is Wreck, the story of a very similar family, and there's been an accident. There are grown children involved. It's very, very funny and kind of one of those makes you laugh, makes you cry books. We love her here. We also love Zadie Smith. I love the way this book looks, and this is Dead and Alive, and this is essays, and I will absolutely buy this and take it home and read them all because I read every single thing Zadie Smith writes because I adore her. And then we have a whole lot of books that say the holidays are coming, and we are now in the business of selling large specialty books. Let's start off with this one, which isn't large, but is quite specialty. Extremely Happy Holidays, Wildly Creative New Cocktails to Uplift and Enchant Through a Full Year of Holiday Chaos. And this is by Devin McEwen, who is the son of Sandy Boynton. And so it's cocktails, it's grown-up cocktails that are all illustrated with hippopotamuses and chickens and pigs. Cocktails for every occasion in the year and also matching mocktails. This is exciting. Make sure that you put it on the correct shelf. And we have cookies from the New York Times. And we have curry. I picked this up because it's so incredibly beautiful. And we have the Brasserie cookbook if you want something French. And then we have this thing which weighs an absolute ton, Wanderlust. And it's just interesting places to go and interesting things to see and do all over the world. All right, but the most interesting things are Lindsay. Oh, wait, I have one more thing to say, which is this is the understudy edition of the Laydown Diaries. So Elise is on vacation and Rayanne is on vacation. And I want you to just be sure while you're watching this at home to clap very loudly for our wonderful understudies. Okay, Lindsay, what you got?
I'm still here.
I'm
not
here.
On vacation. How interesting. How interesting that is. But what I do have is dog affirmations. That's what's keeping me grounded today is dog affirmations. I am worthy of all the treats. Today's nap will be the longest and the coziest. This is what I want for myself, and it's what I want for all of you. I missed this one last week, but if you are a Love Parnassus subscriber, you'll be receiving a copy of Isn't It Obvious by Rachel Runya Katz. This one follows a podcaster and her producer who hate each other in real life, but also are falling for each other online, and they don't know who the other is online. So if you're a Love Parnassus subscriber, you'll be receiving a signed copy of this. We have a couple signed copies left in the store. Subscribe to Love Parnassus. Our romance readers are the best. They pick the best books. I can't wait to read this one. Out today, if you're at Southern Festival of Books, you got a sneak peek preview of Alex E. Harrow's newest book, The Everlasting. This one, it plays with time travel and time loops. It follows a nerdy historian who is falling through time and falling in love with a lady knight. Our booksellers absolutely love this, and we love Alex E. Harrow. I'm so excited for this book. If you're one of the super fans of The House of Leaves and you've got a lot of time on your hands, the same author is out with Tom's Crossing. This one isn't just a novel. There's no weird puzzles and typography stuff happening. But it is 1,200 pages. So check out Tom's Crossing. One of our booksellers has made it 1/3 of the way in. He says it's great. Over in nonfiction, Roy Wood Jr., who is a former Daily Show correspondent and TV personality, is out with The Man of Many Fathers, about his relationship with his late father and all the fathers he's had since. And also, Cameron Crowe is out with The Uncool for all of our almost famous super fans who want the story that inspired the story and is also just Cameron Crowe's life. Check out The Uncool. And today, in books that I will probably buy for myself, Reflections on Cinematography. Cinematographers are fascinating. This is one of my favorite aspects of movie making, is the person who lines up all the shots. So I will probably be purchasing a copy of this book from a famous cinematographer, Roger Deakins, who worked with the Coen brothers, among many others. And kicking it over to You're Not Elise.
I'm not. Hi, it's me, not Elise. I'm Hannah filling in, and I'm going to tell you about all of the great events we have going on this week. We had a great event last night with John T. Edge and Margaret Rankle for House of Smoke. We do still have lots of signed copies here, so come by and get your copy. This is a beautiful memoir about how food helped John heal from the racism ingrained in his Southern roots and gave him hope for the future. So come by and get this. And then tonight, if you come by, you'll see me here because we have a fabulous YA event with our good friend Jennifer Lynn Alvarez. This is her new icy suspense thriller, The Trespassers, set in Alaska, and she'll be in conversation with our other good friend, Kristen O'Donnell Tubb. And then tomorrow night, we have a big one at the Nashville Symphony at the Skirmahorn. This is Gone Before Goodbye by co-writers Reese Witherspoon and Harlan Coben. And there are still some tickets left, so you can find those through the event calendar on our website. And that'll link to the Symphony, or go to the Symphony website, grab your tickets there. That starts at 7. And then on Thursday, we have Claire Gilmore here for her new swoony romance, Never Over. She's going to be here with Jenna Levine. And then the fun never ends, because on Saturday morning, we have a great story time with our new friend, Polly Moon Music. She is a local Nashville children's artist, and so she's going to be singing some fun songs for us and reading some books and playing some games. So bring the family and come on down. And on to you, Kat.
Hey, I'm not Rayanne. I'm Kat, but I do have books. Thanks, Hannah. All right, new paperback, The Bletchley Riddle by some of our favorites, Rudis Pettis and Steve Schenken. I have recommended this book to so many people. It is a fantastic historical fiction for middle grade readers that takes place in 1940s London, obviously during World War II. It's a brother and sister. The brother gets involved with the Bletchley Park code breaking. The sister gets involved trying to find out what happened to their mom, and the two might be interconnected. As Hannah mentioned, we have The Trespassers. Jennifer Lynn Alvarez comes out today, also her event tonight. If you can't make it tonight, you can get a signed copy. You can order one from us. It's a deadly house party set in the Alaskan winters. It's sinister, it's chilling, it's perfect for Halloween. And we have some really great picture books. We have Tulip's Mess. This is Tulip. That's her mess. What happens when the mess gets very, very big and maybe comes after her stuffed cat. When the Dark Clouds Come by Daniel Rodolphi. This is poetry. This is an absolute poetry piece of a book about what happens when a storm rolls in and how it can be scary but also comforting. The illustrations are beautiful. Look at that. And the author was inspired to write this because she was scared of storms as a child but now finds them to be really lovely. And speaking of love, Tea is Love. This is written by one of our favorites, Adib Khorram, with illustrations by Hannah Cha. It's all about tea across cultures and how there is ceremony to it and history to it, but it's all about community and sharing things, and even that's just with a cup of tea with yourself. It's really cute. And have you ever wanted to play dinosaurs? Dinosaurs are wow. This is a great informational book for kids. Obviously dinosaurs are perennial favorites. Who doesn't love a natural history museum? Right here. It is all about if different eras of prehistory were travel destinations. It's a really fun way to learn more about our world and its ancient history and all the cool fossils. That's it for us today. Thanks so much for shopping local. Have a good week.